How serious does it appear his knee is hurt?
Well, it's possibly strained. That's what former world champion Bill Wallace believes. I'm not sure. I just know that he's in pain, and the leg kicks were the only thing that stopped him. The guy did not touch him anywhere else in the body, you know. I think, you know, that Rick should have won the fight. He had the guy out. There's 3 major fouls, but it's the way the cookie crumbles tonight.
Let's take a look at the monitor down here, Jeff, and see if you can talk about these leg kicks.
Right there, you know, he's just buckling his knees. It's the same type of injury that ends a football player's career. You know, I don't think it takes much talent to kick somebody in the legs. As you saw those jumping, spinning kicks that Rick was throwing and all the defensive ability, I think that's real talent, you know. I think that he is better than this fighter, but the rules just didn't allow him to win tonight.
Once again, as we see these leg kicks, it seemed like that was pretty much the entire game plan for the fighter from Thailand, is just to come in and drive those kicks in there. Rick Rufus coming up over the top with a round kick that doesn't quite connect. What were you telling him between rounds?
To step inside the legs, but he was. The guy was trying to tie him up, but we really weren't too successful. I mean, he had him knocked out, but the guy was tough. We've heard that about Thailand fighters. Benny the Jet, another American, he's fought over there, Don Wilson. They've all took their lumps over there. The Thais are real tough fighters.
As we see now, Rick Rufus being moved away. He's got that knee immobilized, and they're taking him out of here on a stretcher. He's obviously still in a lot of pain. I know, Jeff, you'd like to go ahead and get over there with him, so we want to thank you for stopping by with us. We certainly hope that Rick has suffered no serious damage or no permanent damage, and that he'll be back in the ring in a very short time.
Well, I hope that, you know, people realize that Thais, if they fight our rules, they're not going to win, and we're not going to fight their rules. All right, we can't. It's just, we experimented tonight, but we found out it's not worth it. It doesn't take too much talent to kick to the legs, so that's how I'll end up tonight.
Once again, we thank you for stopping by. And, Dan, we hope that Rick Rufus will be back in the ring very, very soon.
Certainly do. And, again, thanks to Jeff for talking to us, because I know he probably wasn't in the happiest frame of mind.